I just want to talk about like the Epstein stuff
Sure.
and how it's going to affect, kind of like strategy wise. Like, how is like the Republican Party going to be able to continue if they've lost the trust of their entire base? Like, and does that make Elon's party, which seems like out of left field, does that make it somehow viable as an actual contender? And then will that split the Republican vote to then allow a Democrat to then win? You're getting what I'm saying, but I think...
Yeah, I mean, I think... Sorry, I want to let you finish.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I think that the entire situation regarding Epstein, I mean, I believe that Trump has made his bed on this. He is the one that openly entertained the conspiracy-brained people, and that ultimately is going to bite him in the ass over this.
And all this shit happened on his watch as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's total screw up on his part.
So big controversy, and then he's trying to blame like Obama, and people are just not buying it.
Yeah.
And like it's really like this is the first time I've really seen MAGA turn on Trump, like in a big way, and I think like this is really going to. And if they don't release like some sort of like the airplane logs or something big.
They already did release the airplane logs.
Did they?
Yeah.
Do we have? So we know. Do we know all the individuals that have ever gone to the island?
Yeah. We have flight logs. If that's what you're asking, we do have the flight logs. Yes.
We do have the flight logs.
Yeah.
Okay. So what more do they need? What more? I mean, what more are his constituents like asking?
Well, you need the list, his client list.
We can determine.
They're asking for his client list.
Deduce who's been there.
Yeah, they're asking for the client list. The flight logs doesn't indicate anything. I mean, it just means that they rode on Jeffrey Epstein's plane. That's it.
And arrived at the island.
No, no. The flight log is just referring to the plane itself. The plane isn't exclusively going to the to the island, right? It's going all over the world.
Do the flight logs include the people on board the plane?
Yes. Guests.
So we do have some sort of list of the people that have been on the island.
Do you want to see them?
I didn't know we had the flight logs.
Yeah, it's a 6-parter. You're in the audience on Discord, right?
I think so.
Yeah, let me see here.
I'm probably muted or something. I don't know.
Let me see if I can find. I'll even post it in side chat for anybody who wants it. And we can look at, for example, the flight log. There are several pages which are, they're not readable, but there's plenty that are readable. So, I mean, you could easily go through, like you can see is Anna Anderson here, Roger Sale. You can read some of them.
Yeah.
Christy.
So is it mostly people that we don't know, like who they are? They're just like random billionaires, or is it like a lot of famous people?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people would have to just comb through this, but some of this honestly is so unreadable that it's like it's not even worth going through. And the other problem that I realized that, like, I kind of wanted to actually compile all this because it's really not that much content. I don't know, it's probably like 300-400 pages worth of flight logs. I feel like I could just go down the list and within like a few hours have the entire, everybody that's on the list, or at least anybody that I can read. Assuming I even get that list, okay, now what? What does that mean? Does that mean all those people are pedophiles? Well, no, not really, because he would have known a lot of people, and like it's totally possible that they took a ride on the plane and then that's it. Like I don't really have any indication otherwise.
Well, is this the flight log for? This is the flight log for his jet that went everywhere.
Yeah.
This is not just the list of. So is there a list of all the flights that specifically went to his island, specifically the island?
I don't. Not sure. I mean, you could see like some of these are really short, like miles flown. Like some of
Like,
these are 4.5 miles. Like Jesus.
If there's a like a runway that is licensed and like legally planes are allowed to land there, then there has to be a log of on their end of the arrivals, and departures.
Yeah.
From from
There's
their end.
nothing
So
publicly
that has to be
available of
recorded
that.
somewhere.
Just tell
I don't know. Trump won't release at least that. If this is at least public already.
What I've submitted is public. You can view it yourself. Like I said, I posted it in SciChat.
I got it.
Would be curious to see. I mean, the problem is that there's no actual client list for, that's what they've said anyway. I'm going to be honest. I love watching these Trump supporters completely lose their minds. I think this is a long time coming. And
now midterm strategy. What do you think? Do you think that the Democrats should, because they know that a lot of people, if we put a very socialist candidate like in place, it might scare away voters.
I mean, personally, I don't think Democrats have to say anything. I think it's already a problem with just the Republicans acting. Like, I don't think the Democrats need to do.
We could take a lot of those voters if we have someone moderate enough that they can swallow voting for. I think it might be an opportunity to trying to take advantage of it at the very least. And if it means that having a more moderate party for a while, then so be it.
I mean, I would love to see a more moderate party. I mean, heck, I used to be a Republican myself, but they were a lot more reasonable back then. And I believed in austerity politics, which is neither here nor there.
You definitely. I can't believe you changed. Like, I've had almost the exact same opinions, like political opinions, since 8th grade, and like I've been so fucking stubborn. I haven't changed any of my beliefs since 8th grade.
How old are you?
Like, I'm 31.
31? You've had the same political opinions? Have you read anything?
I was really into politics then.
Have you read anything?
I was reading a lot of political books back then.
What's your current politics? What is?
I'm a Democrat, center left Democrat, voting center left. I mean, I voted for Kamala.
Well, hold on. Now you are?
Now? No, I've always been that way. I mean, I've always voted Democrat.
Okay.
I've just it seems the party has gotten more left while I've stayed in the same place, underneath my feet.
Well, what has gotten more left?
The endorsement of more socialist policies. Like the Zohran Mamdani is an example of when Democrats going too far.
Why? I think Mamdani's a great candidate.
I think on paper his policies would be perfect, but in reality, in the real world, that's not things that don't work that way.
What would happen if it? What would happen if it was
sold to New Jersey?
What would happen if it was successful?
There's going to be farmers markets in New Jersey with groceries from that are labeled like for New York only or something like that.
Let me try one more time. What would you think if it was successful? If his policies worked really well and it was like, wow, I never expected that.
Yeah, then I would be shocked. I would be shocked, and I would
just shocked. That's it. You wouldn't think about that further.
If he's successful, if in the proof's in the pudding, then I would consider changing some of my approaches and beliefs to some things.
Okay.
If he's successful, but I very much doubt he will be successful based on my experience seeing these types of things before. And how they normally go.
What are your experiences on those types of things?
My mother grew up in New York, and she explained to me how New York used to be when she had to walk to work in the 1980s, the late 70s and 80s in Manhattan, and she almost got raped one time. She was mugged at knife point several times. just in the streets of Manhattan, just in mid broad daylight, and like there's there's no cops around to help her at all. Like
yeah, I mean, I think it was crime ridden around that time, and Democrats have cleaned up New York substantially.
I mean, like that, oddly enough, before Giuliani went insane, Giuliani I think was a good mayor. But he lost his mind. He absolutely lost his damn mind. Like I don't know what happened to him. He I don't know if he went on drugs or started it. Like it has to be a new medication that he was taking that to change so dramatically from somebody who was like an actually like reasonable politician to someone just so extreme and like just like a sexual weirdo, man.
Well, I mean, I don't know about all that sex weirdo stuff, but I do believe, I personally think that based on what Mamdani has said, I think he'll be very good. I used to be a lot, more anti-social policies, but I do believe that economically speaking, and I've read a lot of economics books, that this would result in beneficial outcomes. I really do believe that. But only time will tell. Maybe I'm dead wrong. It's totally possible. In which case, I would rethink. I would go back and reconsider austerity politics.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the same for me. Just like I would change my opinion if he ended up being making life, for the Jews, like discriminating against Jews or have having some sort of anti-discriminatory policy against Jewish people, because it is I mean the largest city.
There's already an anti-discriminatory policy towards people on the basis of religion.
Well, I'm not talking about on the basis of religion. I'm talking about more just targeted, making life more difficult for Jewish people in the city. If I don't know what example I could give. I'm sure it would be a housing thing, or taking away some sort of price locked housing. What do they call that when they lock the price on housing?
Rent control.
Rent controlled.
Yeah.
A lot of the Hasidic community is living in rent controlled apartments, and they don't make a lot of money because they just study the Talmud all day.
Yeah.
They don't.
Well,
really
I mean, the thing is that, typically speaking, under rent control is good for the end consumer, but the negative part is that people don't build when rent control is put in place.
Right, of course.
And so Mamdani has actually corrected that by simply saying that we're going to subsidize the heck out of housing, so that way people build houses. Great idea.
When he has mentioned, he has brought race into it when he said what area he's going to target for. The taxation.
I think he's affecting really over 200,000 homes was his goal, and that would target the entirety of New York. That's a lot of houses.
Well, he did say that he wants to tax white people.
The
he
rich.
Mentioned he did brace, but and he did.
And there's a lot of rich people in New York.
He kind of he said he did say white people. He did bring race into it. Nobody else
did.
He definitely, he did say he did. If you go back and listen to what he said,
I don't think he said that.
Hold on, let me look that up.
He said,
Hold on.
These rich white people, these rich white areas, we're going to increase taxes on, or increase some sort of property tax on, or in some way.
That says New York Democratic mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani says that he wants to shift the tax burden to richer and whiter neighborhoods if he secures election in November. A housing policy document on Mamdani's official website includes a pledge to shift the tax burden from overtaxed homeowners in outer boroughs to more expensive homes in richer and whiter neighborhoods. I'm not in disagreement with that. I think that's actually a good thing.
Well, listen, I don't. You're on in a whole. It's I think it's good, taxing people based on their, not on their the color of their skin, but on how much money they have. Really.
Well, but
I don't think,
these things often follow hand in hand
to
because of racial segregation in the past.
But like, why even bring race into it at all? Like this.
Well, because he's pointing out the reality of the situation, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm in perfect agreement with it. I understand where he's coming from here. It makes sense.
There are a lot of successful African American people that I'm sure are going to be.
I did not say that there aren't successful African American people or there are not rich African Americans. I'm sure they exist. I'm not saying that they don't. But it does take into acknowledgement the reality that we've created redlining laws in the past, and those redlining districts, while they are no longer, effectively a thing, there's no diversity there in regards to the Martin Luther King avenues and the Rosa Parks Drive of every town in the United States, right? It's obvious that it was designed on purpose. So, I think acknowledging that fact, I think that's a good thing. We should be able to acknowledge that.
Fair enough. Listen, do you think that his policies would intimidate or scare off the average Walmart American?
Yes.
So do you think that if we want to win back the House with 40 seats, we're potentially winning back in the House, wouldn't it be better to have
I
much
think
more
he's got
candidates that people wouldn't be as afraid of?
No.
A lot more, have with the same intentions, but a lot more moderate in their touch. You don't think so?
No, I think he's got to win them over. I think he needs to show his work, make it work. Yeah, regarding Mamdani, I think yes, I do agree. Right now, the gentleman will absolutely scare off what you call the Walmart voter. I'm assuming that's just your average, everyday, ordinary Joe. I do believe that they would likely be scared off. But I don't think that's an issue. I just think that they're unfamiliar with it, and I do think that if it shows promise, if it shows success, if it shows that it's helping people, I think people will warm up to Mamdani. I do. I believe that.
I think that is true. I mean, that is true. So many Republicans are disgruntled right now. They really feel I feel like a lot of Republicans feel partyless right now.
Oh, Democrats, they're disgruntled. They're upset about this, and I'm like, dude, we need a bit of a shakeup. We need a change. I mean, to me, it's obvious what is going on. It's just terrible to see all of these people suffering. I mean, whatever the system is promised to do, it's obviously not working for them. And it's people my age don't have an opportunity at a home. I mean, some do, but most don't. It's very difficult to be able to pull it off. I got lucky. I was able to pull it off but by the skin of my teeth, man. And, so I got very lucky. But, man, I actually just had some friends that moved out of Florida because they knew that they would never be able to afford a home in Florida. And so they moved to West Virginia in order to survive. Isn't that crazy? It's wild. I'm just like, man, their entire family moved because they realized it was just unlivable. It was impossible to live with the amount of money that they were making. Sad to see. And
even with the little amount of money, living in West Virginia is going to be miserable.
It was West Virginia.
The amount of amenities.
Jesus, who wants to live in West Virginia?
The hospitals are not good. The doctors are not good.
Their justification, by the way, for West Virginia, moving to West Virginia was they're already on the internet a lot anyway, so it wouldn't matter what state they're in.
Yeah,
okay.
West Virginia, man, damn.
West Virginia sounds pretty god awful.
They're still recovering from the Civil War. To be
true.
Completely honest, that is kind of.
Well, I wish the best for my friends. I don't want them to do.
Yeah, but listen. In these midterms, before we have a chance, we don't have the chance to teach the Americans socialism right now, but we have a chance to get a bunch of seats back. I really think we should.
I should let you know I'm not a socialist, right? I don't believe in the workers' ownership of the means of production, but I think I do believe in social systems and social safety nets. If you call that to be socialism, then we're in perfect agreement there.
Well, you can call me a socialist because I believe that healthcare is a right. I believe that health is a right.
I'm in agreement with you there as well.
But I think we should put people that are like kind of Obama, like style Democrats in. Like, I really think we have a chance if we are able to find moderates and put moderates in, that we can really swipe some Republican voters, or someone that seems really centrist, but like that we know will like be a consistent, like, or we kind of like just are like pretty much know they will be a consistent like Democrat voter. Like, I think even if we are taking some chances with putting some more moderate candidates in, I think it is worth it to just get the more extremists out. Even if it's like not fully, solving the problem, it's making it less bad. And I think we have an opportunity to make things less bad. That's
I mean, I don't agree with your premise. I mean, the fact that, Cuomo is a moderate Democrat, and he'd been in there for decades. Mamdani won. So, do you think that somebody else like that could win? Huh?
I think the only reason
but
he did not win,
that guy had won for decades, just consistent.
Well, I mean, he was canceled. That whole corruption thing came out about it, and like people have a bad taste in their mouth when it comes to him. Like, people will never really be able to trust him again. Yeah. With that whole like sex scandal.
Total screw up.
I forget the details of it, to be honest, but I just know it was some sort of sex pest scandal. So yeah, it's I think that's why Mamdani won, is because he's unelected. Like Cuomo, no matter what his politics are, he's just unelectable based on his the fact that they already right now they have a mayor that is already undergoing corruption charges, right? I believe might be going under corruption charges. I don't know the status of that. I'm not paying too much attention to the New York mayor, but I know Adams, or he was I think didn't Trump get him out of a thing that he was in. I'm forgetting the details of the whole story.
Yeah, maybe, but not sure.
I know that New York is sick of a corrupt mayor that they currently have, so they don't want to elect another a corrupt guy that they already know is corrupt. He's comes with pre-corruption in his in his bio. That's not what the people want right now. So I think they might elect Mamdani just for the fact that he's not corrupt, at least not.
I think they elected him because he did the work. He did it. He went out of his way.
Well, he's not elected yet. He's not elected yet. Yet the true election still has yet to happen.
I guess so, but
we'll see if he.
I mean, the Republican candidate is not going to win in New York.
I think Adams is. They said Adams is in fourth place right now. And he's supposed to be the major candidate, and people hate him so much that he's in fourth place. I don't even know behind the other. I don't even know behind who.
Daniel, shush, stay back, boy.
Sorry. I wanted to tell you that Cuomo is still running, by the way.
So yeah, I just I'm rooting for the Democrats. But I hope that they strategize well. I hope that they know, they kind of know who they that we can pick off a bunch of voters right now. We have the opportunity to pick off a bunch of voters right now.
No, I agree with you.
If we play our cards right.
Yeah.
If we don't scare the hell out of people, if we're gentle, if we ease people into a more moderate tone in general, at least in the first place, then that will go a long way in creating a much more liberal society that is much more equitable to all people, I think.
Yeah.
But well, anyway, I've been on the phone with you for a while. I'll let you.
I appreciate you, Mofo. Thank you. Thank you for the call.
Definitely. Oh, definitely. I appreciate you taking your time, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, man.
You too. Bye-bye.